Hi, people. This is DJ.
This is Ish.
And this is Season 3 of Pero Let Me Tell You.
Oye, mi gente, this is Ish. I know. We're all going a little nuts with the coronavirus. Quarantine, shelter in place, duck and cover. I don't even know what we're doing anymore, quite frankly. But in the interest of trying to keep you all entertained, we are going to be bringing you some mini episodes. Recently at Carnaval on the Mile, we had the opportunity to interview a couple of cool people, some singers and artists. And we're going to kind of recalibrate those into some little mini episodes, which is literally just me doing an introduction, the interview, and you're on your way. Honestly, it's about the length of a Quibi, and I hate myself for saying that. This week we have Alex DiLeo, a young singer who's doing some cool country stuff, a little bit more pop. He was a performer at Carnaval on the Mile, and really nice young guy. I think you're going to enjoy our little chat with him. All right, guys, without further ado, Alex DiLeo.
And we're back.
Hey guys, so again, this is yet another interview here when we are on Carnaval on the Mile. Actually, it's been really great. It's been a lot of fun here chatting with all these, really cool, interesting performers. And we have with us singer, literally he just got off stage, maybe 5 minutes ago or so, Alex DiLeo. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I know you're really busy, and yeah, you literally just got off stage, so...
And he's got a touch of laryngitis.
Yeah.
He's literally, that's 3 for 3, and yet he still made time for us. Dude,
so thank you very much.
Of course. Thanks
so for those out there who still haven't, heard your music, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and how you started.
So I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida originally. I moved to Nashville, Tennessee last year, which is partly to blame for the laryngitis. It's a town and it sits
Did Dolly Parton do this to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did. But the town sits at the bottom of this valley, and it just collects all this pollen. But anyway, I moved there last year. Been writing and recording a lot since then, and I'm switching a little bit into more of the pop alternative kind of lane with the newer music. I got a new single coming out the 27th of this month, so March 27th. It's called Youth.
Actually, your I guess manager, publicist, he actually sent it over. I heard it. It's a little sneak peek. So
cool.
It sounds really great.
Thank you.
I was going to say, I'm like, Nashville, but what I heard sounds very pop synth. It's not Nashville at all.
Not very Nashville. A lot of people think that Nashville has a very country sound, but the pop scene there is growing. Just the overall music scene is growing tremendously.
Now, that's actually something I wanted to ask you because, obviously Nashville is known for country music, but nowadays, all musicians from all walks of life move to Nashville. I know Kelly Clarkson, who she's from Texas. She's living in Nashville. What is it about Nashville that's so either inspirational or just such a great place for so many musicians? Because I feel that it's the epicenter of music now.
Right. So I guess the past 8 months, I've actually spent more time in LA while living in Nashville. But the cool thing about Nashville is that it's such a small city. You can get so many writing sessions done in a day, and the community there is so small, so a lot of people know each other, and every night of the week there's shows every night of the week, from small to big. I think it's a really great place for unknown artists to be discovered. So yeah.
Well, okay, I know you're saying you're still relatively-ish new or what have you, but you were invited twice to perform by Phil Collins.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Tell us about that, sir. And did he make you cover Sussudio?
No, he didn't make me cover Susie Studio, but it was really great. I was a part of his gala that he throws every year with the Little Dreams Foundation, and we played it at the Fillmore, and this year it was done in the Design District, and I don't know, it was crazy because the first rehearsal we had at SIR Studios, the first year, I finished my set, and as I was walking off, he kind of grabbed me and he was like, "Hey, that was beautiful. I love that." And I was kind of in shock for a second. And we had a conversation afterwards, and kind of become friends since then. And yeah, so
I love how he's like, "No big, I'm friends with Phil Collins."
I mean, he's such a legend,
Yeah.
you know. Sir Phil, he's knighted, right?
Is he
Sir-
knighted?
I believe so. I believe it's Sir Phil.
Well, but he's
Collins.
friends with him. He calls him.
Yeah,
Phil.
he
calls
calls
him
him Phil.
Phil.
What's
he calls
up,
him
Phil?
It's all good. It's all good. So I mean, you've really, again, I know you're. I think it's fair to say, you're still in the realm of up and coming, right?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you have done some. I mean, aside from working with Phil, working at Phil Collins galas, you performed at South by Southwest, which won't be happening this year because it's just been canceled.
No,
But
no.
but I mean, you performed at South by Southwest. You've opened up for some pretty big names. I mean, Switchfoot, Jimmy Eat World, like
Yeah.
you. I mean, even for an up and comer, I definitely would say like you made some strides, sir.
Yeah.
yeah. I've definitely played some shows with some people. I think my next move is getting this new music out there, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. So is it an album that's coming out? I mean, obviously the single's coming out now, but
Single by single, planning to release an album at the top of next year. So
Do you feel, because we've interviewed a couple of musicians already on the show, and I feel that that's kind of the recurring theme in terms of releasing music. Is that where the music industry is today, that people are just releasing singles for some time before they release an album?
well, I mean, at least from my personal standpoint, if someone gave me an album and said listen to it, it's going to take me so much longer to listen to an album than single by single. You know what I mean? I think it's easier to digest, but people these days, music is so disposable, so they want it quickly.
Right.
But it's just like one by one, I feel like works better than a whole thing. Unless you're already a really established artist, then,
Well, and that way I
That's-
feel you also develop a more organic fan base.
right.
yeah, but that's so
Because
funny. I
little by
mean,
little.
in our day, like back when the printing press was developed, we would listen to the whole album,
Right.
and that's just what it was. So it's interesting to hear that you're saying, that's just how people prefer it now, is to get to know you song by song and kind of build that relationship slowly.
And it also depends on the artist too. Like, I think an artist like Tame Impala, people want to put that album on and just listen to it. You know what I mean? Whereas maybe Justin Bieber, they want that single by single. You know what I mean? So,
So you're a Fort Lauderdale boy,
yes.
right? Born and raised. Now you're down here in Miami, performing. Now, we are guilty of maybe teasing, being a Miami-based podcast, teasing Broward a little bit.
Okay.
But it's okay. Broward,
But
it's like family.
It's
like
all in
teasing
good
family.
fun. So what would you say is maybe some of the teases that happen on the other side of that county border for, Broward, Miami?
I don't know. I think it's funny. The Fort Lauderdale or the Broward and Miami communication. I wouldn't be able to be specific about it, but like there's definitely something there where the people in Broward County, where I'm from, Fort Lauderdale, they talk about the people in Miami a certain way, and the people in Miami talk about the people in Fort Lauderdale a certain way. I know right now the people in Miami are pissed that Fort Lauderdale got the soccer stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, but that's because we couldn't get our crap together.
well, and
Let's be
honestly,
honest.
it'd make more sense for it to be down here, but I guess you guys can get the crowd together somehow. I don't know, but overall, I think Miami and Fort Lauderdale are both a growing community, and it's been amazing watching them grow over the years together. So I think in common they're growing like tremendously fast.
At the end of the day, it's the same metropolitan area.
Yeah,
We just like, we like it. It's kind of like sibling rivalry, a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
So you have the new single coming out. What else is next? What else are you working on?
I'm playing Summerfest in Milwaukee. On the day I play, I think John Belly and Halsey are headlining, so I'm
damn.
excited for
Wow.
that. I'll be playing the Worldwide Radio Summit in LA at the end of this month as well. Just continuing to write shows here and there, and I'm really more concerned about the music right now than anything.
Right.
So
That's awesome that you write your own stuff, man. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, we are.
That's so important. I say it all the time when we've interviewed musicians on here. To me, songwriting is so important. I mean, you could have a great voice and be a great interpreter, but for me, I mean, everybody's different, obviously. When I know those are words that you wrote, that makes the whole difference.
That's honestly the reason why I do music, is chasing that melody that gives you those chills. I have never really considered myself a really talented singer, especially right now with this laryngitis. But my favorite part is writing the melodies and the stories. So
Right.
that's why I do music.
Well, I mean, you're kicking ass, so obviously it's paying off.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing, man.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me on here. I
No.
appreciate it.
Listen,
It was a
thank
fun day
you.
back in Miami.
Thank you. Are you going to stay down here a couple days?
Yeah, I'll be down here for a couple more days, and then I head back to LA, write some stuff, and then back to Nashville and
Get the
continue.
grind going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, brother. All right. Well, thank you again. And you know what? Get better soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Me too. Appreciate it.
Pero Let Me Tell You is co-hosted by Darian Borges and Ismaeliano, produced by Ismaeliano, and our theme, Pero Let Me Tell You Freestyle, is composed by Michael Angelo Lomlaplex, the official gay guy. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes.